Hey folks, Hasina here. Happy 2019. Happy to connect and start fresh in this new year. Um, I don't even really have, as usual, I don't really have a particular topic. I just thought it was the top of the year and I think that we should connect. That's always a good thing. Um, so far, it's been pretty good. I celebrated a birthday. I celebrated the New Year. Um, I'm a New Year. I'm around New Year's baby, and it's good. It feels like it's the time to just take a refresher, reset. I know some people aren't into like the New Year's resolution thing or New Year's or making a whole bunch of goals. Um, I've always loved it. I think I'm kind of like semi there now, where I still feel renewed. There's still things I want to do, but there's no big pressure because I just feel more aligned with how I want things to be, and I'm trying to do them through flow and getting rid of those old moments of fighting your way through. So like I said, I celebrated a birthday. It was super nice. I had a good time. Nice, peaceful, quiet, joyful. I'm probably still in the celebration phase. January is always fun for me just because it is my birthday and people are celebrating, getting over all the celebrations to begin with. So it's a fun time. It feels good. It's a nice way to feel like you can start again. Um, I'm taking it in though. I'm like, I want to do this, and this. And now I'm just really like in the planning stages. And it might sound crazy, but like I feel like for me, everything will launch more in February. Right now, I'm like putting my ducks in order and like figuring how I really want to spend the next 11 months of 2019. So, like, I've been doing different things like starting a budget that I could actually, I don't know, stick to. I've never been good at stuff like that. Um, yeah, just listening to different, I always listen to like really cool healers and channelers and stuff, but really listening to stuff that's much more in alignment with where I'd like to be, what I want to do, so that it's less um, always what you want to be doing, and just that like you see it in the future. You know that it's happening because you're preparing for it. Um, so it feels good. Um, so that being said, I just think I wanted to connect before I got too far in the new year. Some people I've been checking out online. Um, Feel Good Life. I've been really enjoying his video blogs. He's a bit of a channeler, and I think you can get into it whether you're into that stuff or not, because a lot of what he says is just really on. Like, you could say all that stuff is poppycock or whatever you want to call it, but what he's talking about how to be your best self, um, without like that pressure, that hard pushing thing. I think he's just knocking it out of the ballpark with the way he explains those things. As far as like the budgeting, what's funny is I think her name is Asia Dang, and I like the way that she talks about budgeting. From I think because it's from a standpoint of just really acknowledging that maybe not all of us are perfect at this, and not all of us are really in a position where, like, no shade to Susie Orman, but it's like, you take your 30% and then you put it in your 401k, and we're not all there. Um, so I really enjoyed some of her suggestions, and I'm trying them out for now. And it feels good because it just feels workable. So I'll try to put the links, at least to two of those to one of her budget videos and one of his channeling videos. And, just so you guys can check it out and see what it's about and see if you're into it as well. I'm feeling good. I think my goals for this new year has just been focusing on things that I want to do, speaking along the lines of like, from a spiritual standpoint and meditation, and what's come to me that this will be more of a doing year for me. I've done the releasing, clearing. I mean, that's never over, but the big chunk of it, and now it feels much more like a doing year for me, which I'm looking forward to. I've gotten a trainer. I'm starting with that, and seeing where that goes. So far so good though. So far so good. I think sometimes where we can be afraid, I know I can be afraid of some things, or not even so much afraid, but that you feel like because you've done something before, but things change. Life happens. And the first thing that came to me when I had the first training session was, you know what? I need this. I need someone to teach me certain moves, because although I used to know before, it's a different time, it's a different body, it's a different life. So I really enjoying someone really just showing me how to use my body again where I feel strong. So I've been like, granted, kicking my ass, let's not get crazy, but it feels good. Kicking my ass in a good way. Kicking my ass and not like I don't feel like I don't feel that I can't do something, but that like it's kicking my ass because I am doing something. So I like that. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, it's about like experiencing life, always waiting for it to start, and then, not to be terribly morbid, but you don't want to wake up on your last day waiting for it to start. So so if I'm gonna be here, let's do it. I've gotten back on my Duolingo. I'm like really taking a lesson each day. I know me because I can do more, but then I just do more and then I just stop doing it. So I was like, what if it's like, what would it be like if I was just fucking consistent? So I'm doing that, even though no shade to Duolingo. Sometimes sometimes they're a little shady, because I've been consistent and did my lessons like every single day for like so far. I started before the new year. So far for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and they keep breaking my streak, telling me that my streak broke. But how did my streak break when I haven't taken a break? So side eye, but the lessons are still good and it's free, so I'm doing it. But so far so good. And even with so far so good, some, shitty days, because that's life, but it's okay. It's good. It's good. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you're thinking about as far as New Year's resolutions, if you have any, or if you don't have any, then like, what does this new start of the year mean to you? And if it's nothing, what's the new day? What's a new day feel like for you? I'd like to hear it. I'd like to see where we're all at. I'm even going back a little bit I used to do vision boards all the time. And I stopped, but I was like, and now I've been looking on Pinterest. I can't like fully commit to it because I'm just like, too many images for my brain. And I know I could be doing something instead of constantly looking on here, but I am, so I'm not getting completely sucked into the rabbit hole, but I am looking at a few things and putting them together just so that I can just plan out what I want to see and plan out. So it's not firm, it's not harsh, but it's just a gentle outline. So like I said, I would love to know what you're up to and what 2019 is gonna look like to you. And if there's no changes, tell me about that too. That's dope. If you're feeling good, if 2018 was dope and you're just riding that wave, let me know. I'd love to know about that too. So that's all for today. I hope to talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful, blessed week. One love. Peace.